So in this video, I'm gonna show you my investment strategy for 2021, and the goal is to double or maybe triple our money like the year before. We're gonna be talking about the stock market situation right now. Is it overbought? Is it time to sell the stocks, maybe buy the stocks? We're gonna be talking about the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrencies, the Tesla, and everything that you love, my little speculative friend. Hey friend, welcome to my channel and welcome to 2021. Hopefully it's gonna be better year than 2020. Honestly, this year has been just devastating to me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Valerian, yes, like a herb. I'm 24 years old, I live in Ukraine, and for the last couple of years I've been working on board a cruise ship as a fitness director. And by the way, if you're interested in that, about my working experience on board, I have a video on my channel where I explain everything, how it's like for working on board a cruise ship. So yeah, I was living a dream, I was making money, enjoying my life, and then boom, hello 2020. Oops. So first of all, I've lost my job, the only one source of the income, and right now I realize how huge mistakes if you rely only on one source of the income. You always have to have something else that generates your money as well. By the way, apart from that, I lended some decent amount of money to my friends. Then I stuck in Ukraine, and it's really bad place to look for a job because the average salaries here is like $300. So I didn't find anything better than just open my brokerage account, and in the first months I've lost $3,500. And by the way, you can check the video about my experience as well. Then I started my online project, but have to suppose this because guess what? I got sick. And you know what I'm talking about. Honestly, I've never been that sick in my life. That was really bad. That was horrible. I didn't have any problems like with my lungs or something, but had a huge pain in my stomach and a temperature about 40 plus degrees. And if you have like 41, 42 plus degrees of the Celsius, you may die. And actually, I was thinking that I'm going to pass away. That was really bad. Nothing could help me, no medicine, but thankfully I'm still here. I'm still annoying you with my stupid videos. But anyway, then my girlfriend had an appendix. So yeah, it's been a crazy year. But on another side, it's also been one of the best years as well. First of all, I met my girlfriend and I'm so happy right now. I've never been that happy before. And you can see by my cheeks that, relationships are going just fine. As well as I was lucky not to just get my money back, but to double my portfolio. And then I decided that I want to share this information with other people. So I start my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you my investment strategy for 2021. And the goal is to double or maybe triple our money like the year before. We're going to be talking about the stock market situation right now. Is it overbought? Is it time to sell the stocks or maybe buy the stocks? We're going to be talking about the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrencies, the Tesla, and everything that you love, my little speculative friend. As well as I'm going to create for you the investment strategy and portfolio, how to organize your portfolio, how to prepare yourself successfully for the stock market crash if it's going to happen, and how to buy the dip successfully. And if you want to stay tuned and if you want to invest with me, you can click the link below this video and open your real investment account with the Freedom Finance. That's the brokerage that I use, and the huge benefits of that you can participate the IPO, the initial public offering, when the companies go public first, and that's the tool that allowed me to basically double my portfolio in 2020. As well as you will achieve the personal guidance from me. I'm gonna show you and share with you the latest news, the best news about the stock market, which stocks to buy and when. So if you want to do that, you can open your real investment account right here, right now. Just click the link below and let's get to work. So with that being said, let's start with the topic number one. What is going on with the stock market? So that's the stock market right now, and it raised quite a bit since the last year, and we have two different opinions about this. The first one tells us that the stock market is extremely overbought. We have a lot of companies that took a debt, they're not making revenue, they burning the liquidity. We have a lot of zombie companies, the companies that's supposed to go to the bankruptcy, pretty much the same level as 2000 when the stock market crashed. As well as a lot of people say that this crisis looks like the Great Recession or maybe this dot-com bubble. First of all, we have a lot of tech companies that's extremely overboard. We have a lot of IPO where the companies that actually losing money, they're not profitable. Those catalysts have created a dot-com bubble. So are you crazy right now to buy the stocks? It's gonna be the stock market crash. Look at the prices, look at the PE ratios. So we can talk about this very, very long time and give you reasons why the stock market is about to crash. In short words, the Buffett indicator and the fundamental analysis completely doesn't work with the current market. The current stock market is completely detached from the real economy. So that was one group of people. And the other group of the people says that, look, it's not even a real crisis, because it's completely different than everything that we had before when the humans created problems. We didn't create the problems with the economy. We didn't create the problems with the companies. If it's not going to be because of the coronavirus, everything will be great. We have a decade of growth. The company was growing, the revenue was growing, the stock market was growing, so everything was just fine. So as soon as this virus will go away, everything's going to get back to normal. And even more, we have something called delayed demand. That means people right now are saving money, they're not going anywhere, they're not traveling. So as soon as this virus will go away, everyone is going to start traveling again, start spending money. So it's going to be a lot of benefits for hard hit companies right now, like the cruise lines, the airlines, the hotel industry, and etc. But right now, let's talk about the real reasons why the stock market has pumped so much in 2020. Well, don't forget about something like Fed money printing machine. In just 2020, we have 25% more money than before. So Fed printed 25% of the money in the world from the air. So the Fed printed 25% more money to stimulate the economy and money velocity. But they didn't realize that, if we're in a quarantine, if you're not traveling, if you're not spending money, the only place the money will go is the stock market, the gold, and the Bitcoin. So let's calculate a little bit. If you look at the price of the S&P 500 at the end of 2019, which is about $3,200, add 25% of the money that we're printing in 2020, it will give you slightly over $4,000 in the S&P 500 at the end of 2020, which is insane because right now the market is $3,800. Then add the average return of the S&P 500 for the last 10 years, which is about 12% a year. But all right, let's say we have a crisis. In a Great Recession, we have 6.5% return. But again, we're not in a Great Recession. The things are much, much better right now than they were before. But all right, add, let's say 6.5% as well. And it will give you the number around $4,300 in the S&P 500 right now. So in that case, we can consider that the market is actually undervalued and they have a lot of space to go up as well. But I'm not saying that's undervalued or overvalued. I'm gonna give you the strategy, what in my opinion we have to do in the current market situation. Right now, I'm going to create for you the best portfolio, in my opinion, for 2021 that will help you to raise your capital for at least 50%, but will also help you to hedge yourself against the stock market crash. So let's go. Let's say you have a 10 grand in your deposit, and we're going to split the portfolio in 4 different groups. So group number 1, obviously, is going to be cash. So how much cash you have to have in your portfolio to feel yourself great. Let's say if you are bullish, I would recommend you to have at least 10% in your portfolio as a cash. If you're bearish, well, you might want to have about 30 to 40% of the cash available if the stock market is going to crash. It's going to create a nice buying opportunity to buy some hot stocks, and this cash will help you a lot. So let's start with portfolio number 1, bullish. So you have 10% of the cash available in case stock market is going to correct a little bit, and you have 90%, and this 90% we split in 3 different groups. So group number 1 is going to be long-term or conservative part of your portfolio, where you buy indexes, ETFs, bonds, something that stabilizes your portfolio. Group number 2, like something in the middle, the stocks that you hold for about 1 to 3 years, like long term, but some interesting stocks. For example, a few years ago, it would be Tesla or Apple or Facebook. Right now, we have to think about this. And group number 3 is going to be speculative part of your portfolio, where you buy IPOs or the stocks that you hold for about 1 to 3 months. So we try to gain a little bit more, but it also quite risky part of our portfolio. And pretty much the same with portfolio number 2, but the only difference that we have a little bit different percentage. So we have, for example, 20% of the conservative portfolio, 20% midterm portfolio, and 20% speculative portfolio. So you have 40% of the cash available. And if the stock market is really going to, at least not to crash, but correct for about 30%, well, in this case, you're going to be winning a lot. So, for example, if the stock market is going to crash, what we do in that case? So, first of all, with the speculative part of our portfolio, we close all the deals, we sell all the positions because we don't want to risks, because who knows how much the stock market is going to crash. Then the midterm portfolio and the long-term portfolio, we're going to stay no matter what, because again, usually when you sell the stocks, the stock market start to go up again, so you feel silly. So we still hold those stocks in our portfolio, but with the cash, either it's going to be 10 or 40% available, we start shorting the market. I know it sounds a little bit, scary and complicated, but if you know how to do it properly, there's not problem for you to short the market, especially if you have correction more than 5%. So how are we going to short the market? Either you can short some stocks like super value stocks like Tesla or something like that. And because those stocks are super high in the price, if the stock market is going to crash, they're going to go down as well a lot, for about 20, 30, maybe 50%, who knows. But you have to be very clear about where you open your position and where you close your position. Otherwise, you might lose a lot of money. In my opinion, much better option if you buy the ETF, for example, a VIX, which is the index of the fear and greed. And let's say it's completely the opposite index of the stock market. So if the stock market is going up, the VIX is going down. And exactly the same, if the market is going down, the VIX, the opposite, go up. Insane. You can see in March of 2020, the VIX went up like crazy. So that's another way how you can make some money. But the reason why we shorten the stock is not to actually speculate and try to catch some money. The reason why we just want to stabilize our portfolio. So for example, we have our portfolio, the stock market is falling and our positions are melting, so we're losing money. But with the cash available, we start shorting the market. So at the same time, when we're losing the money, we're actually gaining the money when we shorten the stock. So it will break us even. So that's the main point why we have to short the stocks, why we have to keep always cash available. And when the stock market is reached the bottom, we close the short, and with the money available, we buy stocks that much cheaper right now than before. So I think it's very simple, but very smart structure of your portfolio that for some reason no one really talking about. So you just divide your portfolio in different parts. You have speculative position, you have conservative positions, you have a cash available in case the market start to sell off, you shorten the market, you hedging yourself, and in that case you will always gonna win. So it's in the theory. Let's see how it's gonna turn out this year. And we can actually calculate how much money we can expect in 1 year from this portfolio. So for example, in a long-term conservative part of our portfolio where you buy ETFs, bonds and indexes, on average you can expect about 10 to 50% a year. If you look at the S&P 500, on average it brings you about 12% a year for the last 10 years. So let's say we have 10-50% a year. Then in the midterm portfolio, I expect for about 30%. When you buy the stocks, some stocks are going to be 50%, some stocks are going to be 10%. Obviously, you will have some positions where you lose the money as well. That's nothing wrong with that, just life. But on average, maybe like 30% a year, I expect with this part of our portfolio. And with the speculative part of our portfolio, honestly, I'm aiming to double my money. So at least 100%. How am I going to do that? I'm gonna buy more IPO. Again, you can join me if you click the link below. And again, the IPO, it's quite speculative position and you might lose a lot of money as well. But if you know how to analyze the stocks and analyze the IPO, you will always win. And the best case about the IPO, that if, for example, you buy the IPO, it goes up for about 100%. Even if the stock market is going to crash like 50%, well, how much percentage you still have? You have 50%. So, you know, even 50%, it's a lot of money. It's really, really great result. That's why I love the IPO. And if you have 100% in our speculative part, 30% in the mid part, 50% in the long part of our portfolio, we just add everything together. So 15 plus 30 plus 100 divided by 3, it will give us 48% of return on our money. So I think it's just amazing result. If you have 10 grand deposit and 1 grand you have a cash, 9 grand you invested in the stock market, 48% of that will give you roughly $4,400 a year. Why not? About Bitcoin, we have two different groups of the people. One group believes, oh my god, it's gonna be next digital gold, buy Bitcoin, have it, it's gonna be $1 million. And we have another group that believe that this is a scam, it's not something real, it's not a real company, they're not producing anything, just, you know, you're gonna lose all your money if you buy the Bitcoin. Again, you gotta be a little bit smarter than that. You have to stay somewhere in the middle. I think it's reasonable to have about 10% in the cryptocurrencies, maybe Bitcoin or maybe Ethereum. Personally, I believe that Ethereum has much more room to go up than Bitcoin. Right now, I'm not going to buy the Bitcoin for $30,000-$40,000. Maybe when it's gonna be like 20 around, I will buy the Bitcoin. Again, we have a lot of reasons why it's probably not gonna go under $15,000, but it's another topic of the video. So I will buy maybe like 10, maybe 15%, but right now I'm gonna stay away and see what's gonna happen in the future. About the Tesla, look, I'm a huge believer in the Tesla, as I mentioned in my previous videos. I really love this company. I think they have a bright future, but the price is just insanely high and the P ratio is so scary. But it doesn't mean that it's gonna, you know, stay away completely from it. Pretty much the same with the Bitcoin. I keep about 15% of my portfolio in a Tesla, no matter what's gonna happen. If it's gonna go down, great, I will buy more. If it's gonna go up, well, I'm not gonna sell anyway. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please leave the comment below. Are you in the market right now? Are you waiting for the stock market crash? Are you buying IPO? Are you buying cryptocurrencies? What is your structure of your portfolio? Again, if you want to invest with me, just click the link below this video and you will open your investment account with me, and I'm gonna guide you, I'm gonna teach you to grow your wealth, and we create this community of the investors. By the way, you can always find me on my Instagram and the Telegram, where I'm updating pretty much every single day about the best and latest news about the stocks, about the IPOs. So if you want to stay tuned, make sure you subscribe those pages as well. Thank you for watching, and may the force be with you.